Welcome everyone to Red Coin, the Nintendo podcast. This week I've tasked everyone with coming up with 3 E3 predictions. As we all know, E3 is in 3 weeks?
Yeah, soon, very soon.
Very soon. Too soon. No, not soon enough. So we've got 3 predictions.
It's like Gamers Christmas, Chris.
It's my Christmas and my birthday, all in one.
Wow.
So we've got 3 predictions each. Cool. So we've got, we also have a new website. We should probably plug that. Yeah?
So, redcoin.net.au, your place for Australia's opinions and game reviews. So up there we've got articles, we've got our podcasts, we've got a whole bunch of stuff up there for you to read and like and share. All our social stuff's there as well. It's got a link to our Facebook page, our Google Plus account, our iTunes. We're on iTunes now, so make sure everyone's subscribing and commenting there. As well as just an email place if you do need to contact us. We do have a Redcoin email address now, so if you want to hear something specific or you have a question, want to know anything about it, or just generally a comment or a query, hey, if you hate us, let us know. Any mail is good mail. So redcoin.net.au, and make sure you are
the
like
website is awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Definitely
So
check it out.
Made by our lovely Chris.
Yeah, thank you guys.
So Chris is a...
I took 2 weeks off, didn't I? I didn't.
Chris is a fantastic web designer. Taught me a little bit about it as well. I've written a few articles up there. I've got a couple of other people you might recognise from previous podcasts doing some stuff up there. Yeah, so make sure you head over there and give everything a quick little squizzy.
And now E3.
Yeah, so joining me this week is Aaron Apollos, Adam Reeder, and Cameron Vanderdoes. How is everyone?
Excellent.
Good.
Yeah, really
Inky.
good.
Inky.
Really.
There's a lot going on right now.
There is a lot going on.
It's madness in the lead up to E3.
The hype train is in full swing.
Oh yes, love a bit of E3 hype train. Chugga chugga chugga. I note that this weekend we saw the Nintendo World Championships are well underway.
They are, yeah.
The
world
8
Best Buys in America.
Cities. Yep. So really a world audience for the World Championships, but no.
I got a big rub with that.
I think we can all agree that you can't call something the World Championships if it's only held in North America. But that's beside the point. We are definitely.
That's Australia's opinion right now.
Well, I think that's an Australian.
Speaking on behalf of Australia,
I think I can speak on behalf of any part of the world where you couldn't compete in the World Championships. But my hope is that it's received well and that they actually give it a good go next year and they make it a yearly thing rather than something they bring back every 20 years.
Yeah. Every 20 years.
Which would be...
We'll be old men by the next time.
Yes, exactly right. So, look, that's well underway at the moment, so I feel like we are working towards the E3 hype train, even from a Nintendo perspective in particular. There's a lot we know about, but there's also a lot we don't know about.
So you guys watching all the conferences, or what are your plans for E3? I mean, it's not at a pretty heinous time for us in Perth. But...
Yeah, I know, well, you and Cam are watching it with a few friends, and you guys are all staying up all
night. A big stakeout,
I think me and Adam are probably going to do something similar with a few other friends.
Oh, definitely. I think, if I...
You got to watch it live.
You have to,
certainly.
It's an experience.
It is.
I've watched Nintendo Live since my first year of university, so this will be, I think, the 9th straight year that I've been able to watch Nintendo Live.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's a big deal. And for me, it's, the best part of the E3, announcement is predictions and, seeing where...
We've got some in store today.
Certainly. All right, well, I think... You seemed pretty keen to start off with...
Chris hasn't been showing up about his predictions. So.
Alright, so you can kick it off, Chris.
Honestly, it was a struggle for me to keep only 3. So
okay.
I think it's struggle for all of us, but
let's try it to
3.
We're going to do 3.
See how we go.
And if we've got time, we can go a bit extra.
Go from there.
So the first one that I want to see is a new Metroid game. Okay? So why are you laughing at me?
I'm not laughing, I'm just,
Developed by who?
By Retro Studios.
Retro Studios, yeah.
They've had a couple of years off now. They've done the 3 Prime games, obviously.
Yep.
And they went and did Donkey Kong twice.
Yep.
Technically 3 times. But and now they've got... I'm hoping they've got the passion back for Metroid, because I need some serious Metroid.
And when should it come out?
It'll be coming out next year. Before Zelda.
Right, before Zelda.
Yeah.
Before Zelda.
Or after Zelda. I don't care. As
Everything.
long as it's out, I just want to see it. I just want to see it in some form.
No, the way Zelda's sounding, I think before Zelda's probably a safer bet.
Yeah, fair enough.
Zelda's coming. It's strong
I'm trying to
for
dance around
2020.
Zelda with Chris as well because I know that's a sore sport for him. I don't want to twist.
Yeah, but you got to tell people the truth with Zelda. It's a while away.
So the Metroid game either for Wii U or 3DS.
Yep.
I'm not discounting possibly even 2 coming out. You know, so like a 2D. So the 3DS one, my idea would be it would be a 2D side-scrolling traditional Metroid game. And the Wii U version would be, but Wii U Metroid game would be a first-person adventure game like the Prime series.
So like you could have, say, you could call it Metroid Prime Zero on 3DS and Metroid Prime Ultra or something like that on Wii U.
Well, the idea would be Metroid Prime 4 if they want to do a fourth in the Metroid Prime series. They were pretty adamant that number 3 was the last one, though, so like, they were going to cut it off at 3.
And do you feel that the story was wrapped sufficiently enough, though, that they could wrap it up?
Oh, absolutely. It's not
back
tied off or anything like that, no.
Yeah.
What's interesting, I've never been into Metroid. The most I've played of Metroid is the Metroid game on Nintendo Land. I've never been into it. I guess I missed the boat on it. But
I played Samus once on Smash Bros.
The most
played
I
Metroid
played was Metroid Prime Hunters, the demo that came with my Nintendo DS. And I don't think I actually played Metroid Prime Hunters, the actual game, when it came out on DS, but I do remember really enjoying Metroid Prime Hunters from a multiplayer perspective. But,
well, I think what would make me play it would be it being released on Wii U.
Yeah.
3DS, I don't play a lot anymore. It's pretty much my Pokemon console, and I'm burnt out on Pokemon as is. So Wii U is really where my focus is. So I think that would make me play it. It's the same with Zelda. I appreciate them and I enjoy them and I like the idea of them and
you respect
what
the
I've
series,
played.
yeah.
I respect the series absolutely. I've just never been able to get into it, and I've attempted Wind Waker 100 times now, and I just can't get into it. But the fact that it's available on Wii U made me buy it, and I've played it more on that than I have on any other console, any of those Zelda releases. So I think the same would happen for me for Metroid. So it'd be interesting to see. Not something I make or break my day.
The main thing with the Wii U version, Cam, is that, you know, if there were to be a Metroid game on Wii U, and they did such an amazing job with the terrible, you know, in comparison to the terrible graphics power of the Wii, and making Metroid Prime 3 is just like, that game looks amazing. And it's a 480p on a standard def console, and to see what they could do with some serious hardware. I mean, we're calling Wii U serious here in comparison to the Wii, but I can't wait. It's got to happen. It's been rumored for every last 3 or 4 years now, and nothing's happened. Metroid's
I feel like a few of our predictions here today may be about some long rumoured stuff, and if it could possibly come out.
Yeah.
The same rumours that go around every year before E3.
Yes.
So
they will be right eventually.
Yeah.
Yes.
So prediction number 2.
Well, we could probably go around the group and then we'll just do one each.
Okay.
One each?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So my first prediction then, so nice and simple, Mario Kart DLC. I think that they're going to continue with the whole extending the game out thing. So I would imagine seeing another 2 new packs announced, similar to what they did, one coming out sooner and then the other one coming out much later, just to keep that going.
Yeah.
Maybe not as big. Maybe like instead of having 4 cars, 8 tracks and all that, just have one set of tracks and one rider or 2 riders, something like that. Obviously, there's the whole Diddy Kong thing, so I could imagine them releasing a Diddy Kong pack, or a full set of Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong things.
Wow.
So have I stolen your
Adam's
prediction?
It's funny you should say that, Cam, because that goes into my prediction.
Well, let Cam finish his full prediction.
Sorry, go ahead.
We'll go ahead. Well, yeah, basically,
go ahead,
we're just
Cam.
sticking with that. And the other thing in a similar zone is the Smash Bros DLC. So I think it's a very good chance we'll see the results of the fighter ballot. I think I'd like to see something along the lines of the top 3, maybe
But
even top 5.
that ballot closes in October, though.
Does it?
Oh,
Yeah.
it does it? Okay.
Yeah, okay, I didn't realise it was that long. Either way, I think we'll see more DLC announced for Smash. We've got 2 characters coming out, so we got Nessa and... it was Mewtwo, wasn't it?
So Lucas is
Lucas and
June
Mewtwo's
or
already
July.
out. So I think we'll see a couple more characters
We've got those
announced.
rumoured leaks as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
And
we'll
Ryu
see
is
something like
another
that.
rumour.
I would like to see more levels introduced to that as well. I think DLC levels will be easier to see, easy to patch into the game. So that's my prediction for DLC for them.
Leading into yours, Adam.
Yes.
Diddy Kong.
So I'm gonna slightly alter that prediction, being that it's not going to be a Diddy Kong pack on Mario Kart, but a Diddy Kong game in and of itself. Okay. I think Nintendo is good at getting into that nostalgia thing, as we've seen with, the idea of them bringing back the World Championships. They like going back to the well on some nostalgia things in unexpected ways, and I think a Diddy Kong racing game for Wii U would be a great way to do it. And I think, I don't know who would develop it. I think this might actually counteract Chris's suggestion that Retro Studios be the ones who bring back Metroid, and I think instead maybe Retro or Monster Games will be the ones working on a new Diddy Kong Racing that will come out at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And that's how I've kind of categorized my predictions as the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is the prediction that I think is the good.
Okay.
I would be excited to see a Diddy Kong Racing game after so long. I think Diddy Kong can have its own thing. Diddy Kong's exclusion in Mario Kart 8 sort of only really fuels this rumor. I think it has legs.
The only thing I have with that is, will they want to put out another racing game when Mario Kart has been the title that really brought them back? Mario Kart 8 had the biggest sales they had up until Splatoon, I guess it was, in Smash Bros.
They could just be trying to do something different, I guess.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Diddy Kong Racing is different. Like, it has the planes. It has the... I feel like a new Diddy Kong Racing could just be... could remove the karts entirely and be its own different plane racer. Like, be boats or planes, and that could definitely add a new dimension to it.
Yeah.
And that would allow for Mario Kart to have its own niche as obviously the best racing game on the system. Yeah. And then for Diddy Kong to build up as a great second-tier racer. It's kind of like Nintendo, obviously, doesn't just have one platformer being Mario as the best platformer. It has these other tiers of platformers, and we've talked about this on the show.
Yeah,
You've got Diddy, Kirby, Yoshi, and DK. And they don't cannibalize the sales of Mario. They complement.
I just don't want to have to go through and get all the balloons again for Diddy Kong. Okay.
Interesting that you say that, Adam, because, Retro Studios have two studios.
Yeah.
Separate ones.
Yeah,
so,
certainly.
You'd imagine the biggest studio, the one that didn't develop Tropical Freeze, was probably working on a Metroid game, let's say, for example. And then the one after that was working on Tropical Freeze started working on Diddy Kong Racing.
And that gives them enough time to work on a racing game.
It is very possible, isn't it? Yeah.
Laborious than a fully fledged title.
So, yeah, interesting. What have you got on the store for us, Aaron?
I'm going to, not exactly jump off Nintendo, but be a bit more vague. I'm going to kind of cover all of them and talk about VR a bit.
Interesting.
I kind of want to see something cool from VR, whether that's from Microsoft, whether it's the Oculus, the Morpheus, or the HoloLens, or, hey, VR from Nintendo.
Yeah. Well, Miyamoto was playing with Oculus last year at E3, so that'd be interesting.
I would love to see... I feel like VR is just a jump for the next generation kind of thing.
Certainly.
And I really want to see just more coming out in that, across all consoles. And
so you want to see games?
Games, more hardware as well. I feel hardware's always being updated with that kind of stuff right now. Everyone's coming out with new different stuff, all the time.
So my question to you, Aaron, is who's most likely to bring it? Is it going to be Oculus that's going to bring the games, being partly owned by Facebook? Is it going to be Morpheus from Sony, or is it going to be HoloLens from Microsoft? Or is it going to be the Vive from HTC?
This is a tough one for me, because I'm a Sony fanboy.
Yes.
So, the Morpheus is what I would like.
Right. But who's the most likely in terms of getting a concept
to the budget,
getting
at the end of the day, the Oculus has had the most luck.
Right. Okay.
The Oculus is...
That's what everyone knows.
Yeah, everyone knows the Oculus is a leading VR right now.
Yeah.
So if anything's going to come out, it's going to be from them.
Are you aware that they've come out with specs for what they expect PCs to run Oculus for?
Yep, I've seen those.
What is it?
It's ridiculously high.
Really? Yeah. Look, I'm not a PC person, so I can't rattle off specs for you. But it's basically well above what most people have on most laptops at the moment. It's not going to be a mass market product. So who is really going to give that mass market product?
With that, I think it will be probably the Morpheus or the HoloLens. And they have the gaming background to facilitate as well with new games. They can start incorporating with some of their new games and stuff like that.
The thing with VR is, I don't want to get into it too much because it's your prediction, but, how do you not tether that to, a chair or, some sort of system where, you actually are free and And
Well,
that would
that's
be the
why
big jump
I want to
there.
see jumps in it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not perfect right now. I guess it's kind of like motion was a
I
few
don't know.
years ago.
Yeah, I don't know if it's even ready for market right now. But
Like, motion controllers weren't really, they were being tested a few years ago. Everyone was like, when the Wii first came out, everyone was like, how's this going to happen? Are you going to be breaking stuff in your living room?
Yeah.
How's this going to work? And now we're going through that same stage of VR, so I would like to see some stuff come out for it.
Yeah, I guess like it's weird to imagine. Is it just going to be a pair of goggles that you wear and then you have
Yeah.
sensors on your hand? Is it going to be a big thing that you actually like a big pad that you have to get into your house?
People are going to need a VR room as their spare room,
Yeah.
Just be like,
These are the same
I'll
things
go
that were
to
brought
the
up with
VR.
motion,
Yeah,
with
yeah,
motion a few years
yeah.
ago. People were
Yeah.
saying the same thing, like, well, are you going to need another spare room for motion?
Well, it's
That's
hard
true.
to tell. Technology advances so quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look back, look at the MP3 player you had in high school. I had a 256 kilobyte player.
Yeah.
My
Meg.
phone, Meg, sorry, yeah, of course. My phone,
Kilobyte.
yeah,
I don't even have
it was
one
really
song
small.
on that.
No, my phone is
I
like
heard one text file.
80 minimum,
Yeah.
and that's just the expected amount. So it's going to be a huge jump yearly for that. So it's interesting to see.
Yeah.
It'd be really interesting.
Did you? I know I played a bit of Oculus at PAX last
I
year.
have
Did you
tried
play
it. I have
What
tried
did you play on it?
I played Team Fortress, and I
Okay.
played it on the non-HD one. And I'm interested to see. I feel like it's gone leaps and bounds ahead of that. I played it, really enjoyed it. Didn't feel too I felt a little bit motion sick, but I think that was something that comes with sort of the first use case of it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what VR can bring. But there needs to be a game somehow, and I think if I don't know, if some killer app, like if I could foresee a situation, and this isn't a predict, I should just foresee a situation where it's a really strong exclusive title for VR. That's how you can
That's
make
how
it
you
a
do it,
system
yeah.
seller. Half-Life 3, I don't want to rattle it off.
I think Half-Life
Can you
3 is going to
imagine
be mentioned a few times.
If
in this
Half-Life
conversation.
3 was a VR exclusive, I think that would be a system seller for VR.
Right
but
down there.
be interested to see what happens there.
I played Alien Extinction, was it, at PAX last year?
Yeah.
That was on some VR consoles there,
Yep.
and that terrified me.
Really?
Wow.
Did you get
It was-
motion sick?
I didn't get motion sick. It was scary.
I'm in the future now. Like,
Yeah, not so much being in the VR, just the game itself just
Okay.
puts you so in the game.
really?
Like you were so immersed in it that you felt like alien because the whole part of that game was as well aliens could burst through the roof and walls at any time.
Yeah.
Just
So you
attack
like just literally.
It was terrifying. But I really enjoyed it, and I really want to see good things come out of VR.
Yeah, that reminds me of something I saw in the summer where you can go to the MCG, the Melbourne Cricket Ground,
Yeah.
and put on a virtual reality headset and like a cricket bat, get a cricket bat, and you can face Shane Warne.
Wow.
Like they did motion capture in like a real ball, and he talks to you and like gets in your
Yeah.
face and stuff. And like that, it would just be ridiculous.
There's
Like,
I briefly mentioned this to you earlier. Google had their kind of direct or the Google I/O a couple of days ago, and they recently mentioned they brought a new version of it's kind of like a VR which they can give to teachers and students now for classrooms.
Wow,
And they've got
okay.
guys like Dave Attenborough involved, and you can take students on virtual school excursions,
right.
like through the Great Barrier Reef and stuff like
That's
that.
ridiculous.
That's
And
interesting.
they're trialing it in a lot of different classrooms now. They're giving teachers the opportunity to trial this.
Yep.
But VR is coming a long way. I think we will even see it in classrooms maybe in the next 5-10 years.
Yeah, that's a very good prediction.
It's not just all about gaming. Like there's
Yeah.
other
Yeah,
uses for
absolutely,
it.
absolutely.
I know I saw something a while ago about people who are in hospital and can't move, are basically fully paraplegic or quadriplegic even. That you can give them a VR and they can experience stuff, and you
Yeah.
can have someone with a camera going to the birthday party of their daughter or their son or whatever, and they can be in bed seeing that. So I think there's a bigger picture for all this stuff,
Yeah.
and I think that's why there will always be research into it, and there will always be further because there's more than just hey, let's go shoot people. Like,
Yeah, okay.
Next prediction.
Yeah,
We're
so-
back
Cool.
on
So
this,
yeah, the second round of predictions. My second prediction is now I'm basing this off a few things, but it's Mario Galaxy 3.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Do they call it Mario Galaxy?
yes, Super Mario Galaxy 3.
Not Super Mario Universe or something
Oh,
material
it's
to show
okay.
it's on
So
another
it is
console.
something Galaxy-like
Right.
with the same vein, but
Right.
it doesn't have to be. No, it doesn't have to be called 3. It can
Right,
be called
okay.
whatever.
Sure.
You.
Okay.
Galaxy.
If it's called you, I will
They
flip
gotta
out.
stop
because
doing
that- So my basis for this is
Universe.
that last. If it's called Universe, I'd love that. That's
See,
great.
I think that's great, and it's got the cute thing in it.
Sorry, go
So
ahead.
the basis for this is that last year they made a point about there being no Mario games in that direct announcement. Okay,
Yes.
there was no in that presentation. There was no Mario games. It was a big point, and that was cool.
But they said
do
Mario
it.
Maker, which was odd. But yeah, anyway.
Oh yeah,
It was odd
that's
how
true.
they said that. But
So we haven't had one, since. So I feel like we're kind of due for a big sort of Mario
That's a fair
game.
call, yeah.
And we might even see a Galaxy 1 and 2 being remastered for the Wii U. I'm not sure if we will. I mean, we just got Super Mario Galaxy released
I feel
on
like the
eShop.
release on the eShop is as close we're getting to a remaster.
Yeah.
I feel like this will go into my prediction, but yeah, remasters are
Not your thing?
I'm not my thing.
Fair enough.
Speaking of remasters, there's a fantastic article on redcoin.net. You
yeah.
can read about that right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my second prediction, is Super Mario Galaxy 3 in some form, or open world, a proper Mario game, not like 3D World where it's like time stages and,
Open exploring.
yeah, like a Super Mario 64 Sunshine Galaxy style Mario game, and that'd be awesome.
That would very much excite me, and I would want it out this year.
And that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
If
this
you
year
want
as
this
well,
holiday
because they've got most of the assets, I would assume, and they need something to fill that void.
They do,
The Zelda void.
and that's so. I
The
think,
Zelda void.
The
Is
Zelda
that
void.
what we're referring to now?
well, I think
It's true.
they're definitely. I feel like Nintendo, and maybe this is just wishful thinking, but there is. I feel an unannounced AAA Nintendo title that is coming out at the end of this year, and whether if that's Metroid or that's Mario or Diddy Kong.
It's all my predictions. It's just one of those. Yeah.
I think it has to be one of these
Yeah.
things. So
I'll get one right
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
certainly. All right.
Cam?
Well,
Prediction
my
number two.
second, I've got a pretty obvious connection between mine. Mine are all pretty much DLC based. Nice and simple DLC and modes for Splatoon. So I'll separate this into two parts. What I think will happen and what I'd like to happen. What I think will happen is they'll announce new maps and weapons and clothing and stuff like that. What I'd like to see would be new modes. They need a local 2v2 or a different online, or just change, the time limits and stuff. They just need more options. And I think they'll announce some of that stuff at E3. They'll just keep the ball rolling, all of the Splatoon train. So I think that they're going to try and push that as hard as they can while they can. So I'm very interested to see what they do at E3.
Yeah.
I believe they'll touch on that. It won't be a huge point, but I think they'll go into that a bit because they need to push sales for this because it's the first new game they've had in 14 years.
Yeah.
New IP, yeah.
Yeah. Adam, prediction
Alright.
two.
So my thing, obviously, for my second prediction is the bad, and I think the bad that we're going to get, unfortunately, is more remakes and remasters. And maybe this isn't a Nintendo exclusive thing, but this is something we're going to get on a Sony Microsoft level. It's basically confirmed we're getting a Gears of War remaster coming out.
I'm excited for that. I love God of War and Gears of War.
Okay, well, I have to disagree that I think that these rushed remakes are coming out at a time because they keep getting delayed games that aren't coming out, and I think they need to focus on getting these first party titles out to really show a proof of concept as to why people should purchase these next gen systems. We're a year or so into this, and I still have yet to see a proof of concept on PS4 or Xbox One as to something
Why
that's really
they-
validated my purchase. Well, Destiny has in a
Yeah.
lot of
Destiny,
ways,
yeah.
but I feel like I just don't know if that's really enough. To be completely honest with you,
Sure.
whereas I've seen the Wii U go from strength to strength as it's found its footing, and I think also the bad is prediction-wise is I don't think we're going to see anything more about the new 3DS. I don't think we're going to see any more
Exclusives?
new 3DS exclusives.
3DS is done.
I think we will hear maybe a smattering of one or two mid to lower tier 3DS titles to come out. Possibly even another Professor Layton game. Knowing Nintendo.
Yeah.
And that's my second prediction. So
Interesting, Adam, because I feel like an Uncharted trilogy remastered collection is absolutely on its way, especially with number 4 being delayed. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like in
I'd
that
like to see that,
respect,
but
would we see even like, you know, Bethesda or Ubisoft take a route with some of these remasters? You know, like
Bethesda. I'm intrigued by what's going on there because
Bethesda.
Yeah.
like, why would they have a conference if they're not, you know?
Well, you've heard the rumors of Doom.
Yes, Doom and Fallout 4 are the front runners, but is that enough to have an hour conference? Surely there's maybe
something else there.
something else in the
Rayman.
can, another remaster.
Rayman.
I would
Yeah.
love a Rayman.
That's not Bethesda though. Yeah.
But I
It's
think,
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, you know, with Division being delayed again, it's like delays bring on these remakes. So I feel like the bad is we're going to see more remakes, and we're also not going to see a real proof of concept for the new 3DS at this point in time. I don't think. So that's my second prediction.
So I love remakes, but that's because we don't really get too many of them on Nintendo sides. You know, like, if they started remaking every Zelda game, I'd be all over that.
Well, one of my favourite remakes is the DS version of Super Mario 64, but that's additive to the concept. You know, you can play as Yoshi, you can play as Wario, you can play as Luigi. Like, those are great additive concepts, and there were additive stars in the game as well. So Nintendo, in my experience, have done good remakes, but I don't want them to ever go the route of why remake God of War 3 but not 1 and 2, or why make Gears of War already, but it's not even 1, 2, 3 and Judgment, is it? It's, the rumor is it's 1 to 3 or something.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah.
So I mean, it's interesting to see, but that's my prediction for that one. More remasters and lack of support for the new 3DS, which is another disappointing thing, honestly, really, because you know you get people invested on that, and I mean Xenoblade Chronicles is great, but it's not really a proof of concept.
No, and it's not a
as to
system
what the
seller.
power is, and it's not a system seller.
No. Do you think that the reason that is because Nintendo are starting to move into the mobile market?
No, I think it's because whatever NX is a combination of a handheld and a
Ooh.
and a
We
console.
get into the NX predictions, are we?
Well, no, because there's no NX at E3. I'm going to say that
definitely
right now.
not. It's not happening.
They've said as much, but I know whatever they come out with will be a successor to both the 3DS and the Wii U, and I think that's pretty much confirmed in all respects.
Sure.
Part 2 for you, Aaron.
Part 2 is something I've briefly spoken to you guys about before. It can nearly be said in the same breath as Half-Life 3. Final Fantasy 15 for Square Enix.
Okay.
What's happening with it?
What, coming out this year?
We've had trailers.
Right?
We've had a lot going on.
We've had a demo.
We've had a demo. I feel...
What even is it? Is it an online one?
I don't think it's online. I think it's predominantly like your old Final Fantasy.
Right,
So
okay.
it's, your normal RPG.
Yes.
Which is what I love. I've always loved the Final
And
Fantasies.
it's Xbox One confirmed as well. Like, we've moved on from it being exclusive on Sony, haven't we?
I can't tell you that.
Okay,
actually.
I'd be curious to know.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know.
Seeing as 14, I think, was also on Xbox.
Yeah, Final Fantasy for me was, I guess, kind of like Zelda for you, Chris. It was, the game.
I get that comparison a lot lately.
Yeah,
Lately.
it's what a lot of people grew up on. Square Enix haven't released anything in a very long time. I know I've said this to you guys recently. I feel like at the Square Enix office, it's kind of like people rocking up to work like, cool, so
What are you working on?
we're just hanging out today.
Yeah.
We're just chilling out. They haven't done anything. Another title I really like from them is Kingdom Hearts, and we've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 forever.
Oh my god, I could not agree more.
And
but
since
that's
they
2
did the
years.
Final Fantasy, I think the one with Lightning, it was Final Fantasy
13.
13?
Lightning Returns.
Yeah, well, they did a trilogy of it.
Yes.
And they just dragged that whole series out quite a lot. And then they had the MMO.
Yes.
Um,
Well, ever since the Kingdom Hearts 3 announcement, I was like, that's a real proof of concept for Square Enix. And I know the Kingdom Hearts fan base is rabid as ever, and I think a mainline Kingdom Hearts title would bring the series back a bit, because I know that I don't play the non-mainline titles for Kingdom Hearts.
yeah. I'm not expecting Kingdom Hearts to come out of E3,
No.
but I would love to see Final Fantasy 15.
Well, with Square have got their own conference, so it's all the possibility it could happen.
I'm really hoping so, yeah.
What are they going to talk about?
But they say at a conference, but does it come out this year?
Oh, fair enough. Okay,
Like,
fair enough.
they could say at a conference. I think they
Like I said,
will.
we've had trailers,
But
we've
I
had
don't think it
demos.
comes out
I would
this
like
year.
to see a release date and an end game for Final Fantasy
So do you
15.
think at the Square conference you will get 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3?
I don't think I would Kingdom Hearts 3. I think I will get
I think you'll get Rise of the Tomb Raider this year.
Yeah.
That's
is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Square game.
Yeah,
Okay.
Square's going to come out with some cool stuff, so I'm looking forward to that a lot.
Is Just Cause Eidos and Square? No.
Not sure.
I'm not sure, I never got it.
My
Just Cause
understanding.
3.
Just Cause 3
Yeah.
as well.
So we'll see how Square goes.
If it is.
Square have some good possibilities there too.
Yeah.
I'm definitely tuning into that.
Yeah.
It was originally booked in at the same time as the Nintendo one,
Yeah.
but that's been changed now.
The power of
Oh,
Nintendo
That's
forced
good.
them to change.
Yeah. So
I
that's
think it's
happening.
smart on Square's part,
Yeah,
honestly.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Even though they booked it first, they kind of it's
It's okay. You
Nintendo are again doing a pre-recorded one as well this year,
Yeah.
which I think worked well for them last
I
time.
love
They-
the
they do it
Robot
every
Chicken
year, don't
one.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the last 3 years I think they've done it,
Yeah.
or 2
Yeah.
years or something. Yeah, so
I
the
like
last one they had was the Wii U reveal. That was the last press conference they.
Yes, yes. So the last year was the first time they'd done this pre-recorded.
Oh
thing.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That was my
That's standard
understanding. And then
corrected.
this time they'll do the pre-record thing again.
I love
which
the
works
Robot
well
Chicken
for them.
thing,
I
Yeah.
think it's
thought
great.
it was hilarious. It got some hate for it, but I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
What have you got, Cam?
For third?
Second?
I really
Oh,
don't know.
I see.
So it was my turn.
Thank
Okay,
you for
cool.
the third,
yeah.
So,
Chris,
yeah,
what
I'm
have
all
you
over the
got?
shop. All right, so my third prediction is a Star Fox. We all know Star Fox is going to be the main sort of thing happening at E3 for Nintendo this year, and this year it'll be released. So I think that they're going to be a Star Fox amiibo line.
Okay.
So we can get Slippy, we're going to get Falco, we're going to get Star Fox, we're going to get Wolf, we're going to get
Crystal.
Crystal, what other
You know, the
characters.
fabled Star Fox characters. There was so
So I
much
think we will
part
get an
of it.
amiibo line or something.
More amiibos that we can't use.
But do you think a Star Fox amiibo set comes with Wolf DLC and Smash Bros?
Possibly, you know.
Nice.
Possibly. I think they might even announce Smash Bros. DLC Wolf at E3 as well with the Star Fox, like bundled in with the Star Fox stuff. So, yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
That's basically it
Yeah.
for me.
All right.
Cam, prediction number 3.
Right, so prediction number 3. I think they'll go into the new membership for Nintendo.
Good point.
So I think it's important for them to get that launched before the new console so that the system is integrated and ready for that. What I think they'll do is they'll set up the membership service so it does what the one doesn't currently now. You can register your stuff and get bonuses. I think the bonuses will probably become downloads rather than physical items. But I think what they'll do with this is that the membership will be attached to a cloud storage account as well.
Okay.
So we've seen this with Pokemon Bank. We see that it can be used. I think you pay a subscription, you have so-and-so amount to
And the
store.
subscription for Pokebank was really cheap.
It's like a
It was $5 a year. Or
$5 a
something.
year.
I don't know,
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, so I think you'll see that because I really think the whole world in general is starting to switch over to digital. You're seeing the option to download your games now over having the physical copy, and the only thing that's hurting Nintendo in that sense is the fact that they have a 32 gigabyte and an 8 gigabyte hard drive. So you're going to fill up games really quickly, and you're not going to have anything. So I think that's good where storage for a cloud storage comes from. On the same note, I think a new hard drive, they should announce some kind of new storage device. I know you can have your own hard drives, but I would like to see them put out something Nintendo branded, something that's official for it, something that can plug into it and be attached to it, like the old sort of Nintendo expansion packs where it plugs in and becomes a part of the console. I would like to see that. Seriously, the kind of size of storage now is getting to a point where they could put a small attachment on and you can get 500 gigs out of it, and it just takes up a small little sort of micro USB. Micro USBs are up to 32 gigs
Yeah.
for them anyway. So
Well, I mean, the Wii U has an SD card slot, so you
Yeah.
can think you can get even 128 gigabyte SD cards.
Yeah, you can make that.
yeah,
I don't know how high the Wii U supports that, but it might even support
that's-
up to 32 or 64, but I don't know.
that's
but
what I'd
it's-
like to see them announce something in that sort of area. But mainly the membership service and really discussing that more and saying what's going to be involved in that. I can see that a launch. I would like to see a December launch for that. Ready for Christmas, all the new stuff that's going to be coming out then. For the new year, having a way of subscribing and.
I think it should be
getting-
after the show. I think you'll get more people talking if it's after the show and if it's in a
So the new
workable
membership service is available for like right now type thing.
Yeah, because they like doing that. They like having a bit of a like, oh, it's available right after this.
Yeah.
So I think that's something they can have ready made, straight up as a thing.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. I would like to see it immediately, like saying, oh, this is now available. But I don't think it will be ready. I think what I imagine them doing is
It feels
going
a
to
bit
be
too close.
a bigger project, and I don't think it'll be ready yet. But I'm very willing to be happily surprised by that.
Certainly.
Adam, prediction number 3.
Yeah, well, my prediction.
This is the ugly?
Yes, this is the ugly.
The ugly.
The ugly is more. Oh well, I don't know if I should say ugly, but more amiibo implementation. You like amiibos, you're going to see a lot more amiibos, but it might be that there's more of them used in maybe more egregious ways to unlock maybe DLC or paywalls. So we kind of seen it in Splatoon where they have these amiibos that unlock these challenges, which is good and bad, but ultimately I feel like you might see it hide through content which should be readily available in the game anyway. And the second facet to this prediction is that I think we're going to see those cards that were talked about, those Animal
the
Crossing
amiibo cards. Yeah.
outlined in full detail in conjunction with a new Animal Crossing game for Wii U,
Ooh.
which is ugly for me because it doesn't really interest me. So I feel like if that's their AAA title that they're going to back going into holiday 2015, that might be a bit ugly for Nintendo because I don't think it's going to result in more sales of their console. So, yeah, not to end on a bad note, because I'm not excited about all this other stuff, particularly new Diddy Kong Racing, as a prediction, but yeah, this is my wariness going into the E3 announcement.
Okay.
What have you got for us, Aaron?
Yeah.
My final one, something else that is...
End on a bang?
Yeah, very close to my heart. Star Wars.
Okay. Battlefront?
We know Battlefront's coming out.
Yep.
There is also...
Can we predict that game will be a disaster? Because that's what I'm going to say.
So that's been worked on by DICE, right?
Yes.
Visceral Games, who also did the Dead Space series, is working on another unnamed Star Wars title.
Okay. What do you think that's going to be?
With... could
Pod
be
Racer.
Pod Racer, awesome.
I hate Star Wars episodes.
Could be
Racer,
something like
most
bounty
people
hunter
do.
orientated, you
I love Pod Racer.
run around as like Boba Fett or some other bounty hunter, tracking people down. Could be something other.
Well, Rogue One is the next Star Wars movie, and it's rumored to be bounty hunter related.
Which,
Yeah, it is. Isn't it Boba Fett's backstory or something like that?
Something like that, but that's not been fully
Yeah,
confirmed.
nothing's been confirmed for it.
I thought
So
it was them going search for the Death Star plans.
nothing's been
Okay,
confirmed.
right. We're getting off topic, but yeah.
Yes.
But I think a game like that, 2 Star Wars games right before, well, not right before, but leading up to the movie coming out, getting ready for the next generation kind of thing.
Does that appear at Sony or at Microsoft?
Both.
Okay.
I have a feeling it's going to be cross-console.
Okay. So Microsoft get it first then.
Yeah.
So they get the big reveal.
See
Yeah.
a new Star Wars Connect, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I feel like that's 2 titles confirmed
Yeah, okay.
for Star Wars. So I feel like I've got to get something for that. Like I said, could be Pod Racer, could be Bounty Hunter, could be something Jedi Knight orientated. Could be a lot of things, but I'm looking forward.
Kodor going as well.
Yeah.
And Tor, the online one. So I mean, that's still all around.
Yeah, there's still stuff happening.
So
Especially like the guys who made Dead Space. Dead Space is a great series. So it'd be really interesting to see what they do with that. Such a well-known title and what they can actually bring out of it.
And there's also still the Star Wars game with Amy Hennig, who was the lead writer on the Uncharted games as well. So
Yeah.
we still haven't heard anything about that game, so that might be related as
could
well.
always be just a brand new Star Wars game. It doesn't have
Let's
to be.
hope so, yeah.
Exactly.
So that's my third prediction. That's something else I'm really hoping for.
Cool.
Alright, well, so I'll chuck in a bonus.
A bonus prediction. I might go along what Adam was saying about Animal Crossing and how he's not really interested in it and how that's sort of an ugly thing for him. And I think we're going to get a Punch-Out game for Wii U. I mean, I think Next Level Games worked on the other one, and they're not doing anything at the moment, so it kind of lines up well. But I'm just not interested in Punch-Out.
Downloadable?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's just one of those things where we might get games that we're just not interested in.
Yeah, certainly. Well, we always do, don't we? To
Yeah,
some sort of
that's
certain
true.
extent. I'll chuck in a bonus one here. Is that my prediction is that we get a new SKU for the Xbox One and PS4, but not for the Wii U.
Sounds accurate.
A new, smaller looking SKU at this particular point to kind of refresh it as we go into a holiday lineup, or failing that, we get a limited edition bundle with some sort of branding on it in some way. I imagine Halo 5 Guardians for Microsoft and something.
I think we're going to see a bunch
Sony.
of stuff from Microsoft. We'll definitely see a whole bunch from Naughty Dog, whether that's Uncharted, Last of Us, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Microsoft are really hyping that they have a unannounced AAA title with a new IP that they want to show off, so I'd be interested to see what that is.
Yeah, what's happening with Quantum Break? Is that still a thing?
That is still a thing that we have heard about.
Yeah, it's just like
not
it's nothing's
cancelled.
happened. It's just not being talked
I
about.
just don't know what's happening with it. I don't even know what's happening with Alan Wake. If there was even a sequel, or if there will even be a sequel to that game, that one is very up in the air. And there's always things that are up in the air, like The Last Guardian, which seems to me to be ever drifting away as an idea of a game, and I don't think that game is ever coming out. And if it does, it will be similarly to Duke Nukem Forever, as well received and just about as making a splash as that game. So
Let's not talk about Duke Nukem Forever.
What about you, Aaron? Bonus?
If it's a bonus, I didn't have anything ready for this, so I'm just going to go the wild card and say Half-Life 3.
Okay.
Alright.
There we
To
go.
sum up this whole little chat quite nicely.
If you are right.
Hey, if it gets picked, I'm right. If not, oh well.
Ken?
I think a customizable me amiibo.
Wow,
Where
okay.
It's just a plain face, and you can print out your face and stick it on.
and it costs
How do you print it off?
Similarly to the
you
gold
can't-
amiibo.
No. When you buy the amiibo, it has an A4 sheet of like sticky paper that you just put in a normal.
Maybe what a cool thing
or
would
something
be.
like that, or you order it online.
Yeah, order it online, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Geez, that would be
I
crazy.
think it'd be simple enough for them to do that. You'd have to charge $50 for it
yeah, something
because you'd have to change the heads and put on custom things. But I don't think it'd be too hard for them to do that. I can see them doing some kind of, even if it's a plain one that you can draw on or something like that, like they did with those bobblehead toys, the plain bobblehead
Yeah.
toys.
Yeah.
So that's the summary.
Cool. Well, in summary, I think this is going to be a pretty good year. We really don't know what Nintendo's going to do. You never know what they're going to do, but it's going to be a good few days on late nights and all that sort of thing. There's more conferences than ever. And,
We're seeing a lot of content from us, guys.
yeah.
I think every time something comes out, we'll be putting our 2
Talking
cents
about
on
it,
it.
yeah.
So again, the website redcoin.net.au, that'll definitely have a bunch of E3 write-ups and just fun stuff to read in general.
Just general opinion.
Let us know if you want us to cover something on E3. There's something you really want us to talk about or watch specifically. We're here to talk to you guys about this kind of stuff and Australia's opinion on it. And you guys are Australians, so
You are Australian.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
If not, get it! We're very open-minded here at Redcoin.
So yeah, head over to the Facebook page, give us a like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, iTunes.
Google
Review
Plus.
our if you've got Google Plus. Review our podcast. And
All that jazz.
thank you.
great.
All right, thanks, guys.
See you after E3, guys.
See you then.
Bye.